Good morning. It is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021, and this is Pastor Jeff. I'm sitting here getting ready to do the daily lectionaries for the day. We have our Psalm reading, an Old Testament reading, and then our New Testament reading. Our Psalm reading today comes from the book of Psalms 35, 1 through 10. Hear these words. Harass these hecklers, God. Punch these bullies in the nose. Grab a weapon, anything at hand. Stand up for me. Get ready to throw the spear. Aim the javelin at the people who are out to get me. Reassure me. Let me hear you say, I'll save you. When those thugs try to knife me in the back, make them look foolish. Frustrate all those who are plotting my downfall. Make them like cinders in a high wind, with God's angels working the bellows. Make the road lightless and mud slick, with God's angels on their tails. Out of sheer cussedness, they set a trap to catch me. For no good reason, they dug a ditch to stop me. Surprise them with your ambush. Catch them in the very trap that they set. The disaster they planned for me. But let me run loose and free, celebrating God's great work. Every bone in my body laughing, singing, God, there's no one like you. You put the down and out on their feet and protect the unprotected from bullies. Our Old Testament reading today comes from the book of Numbers, chapter 22, verses 22 through 28. Balaam got up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went off with the nobleman from Moab. As he was going, though, God's anger flared. The angel of God stood in the road to block his way. Balaam was riding his donkey, accompanied by two servants. When the donkey saw the angel blocking the road and brandishing a sword, she veered off the road into the ditch. Balaam beat the donkey and got her back on the road. But as they were going through a vineyard with a fence on either side, the donkey again saw God's angel blocking the way and veered into the fence, crushing Balaam's foot against the fence. Balaam hit her again. God's angel blocked the way yet again. A very narrow passage this time. There was no getting through on the right or the left. Seeing the angel, Balaam's donkey sat down under him. Balaam lost his temper. He beat the donkey with his stick. Then God gave speech to the donkey. And she said to Balaam, What have I done to you that you have beat me these 3 times? Our New Testament reading today comes from the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verses 32 through 40. I want you to live as free of complications as possible. When you're unmarried, you're free to concentrate on simply pleasing the master. Marriage involves you in all the nuts and bolts of domestic life and in waiting to please your spouse, leading to so many more demands on your attention. The time and energy that married people spend on caring for and nurturing each other, the unmarried can spend in becoming whole and holy instruments of God. I'm trying to be helpful and make it as easy as possible for you, not make things harder. All I want is for you to be able to develop a way of life in which you can spend plenty of time together with the Master without a lot of distractions. If a man has a woman friend to whom he is loyal but never intends to marry, having decided to serve God as a single, then changes his mind, deciding he should marry her, he should go ahead and marry. It's no sin. It's not even a step down from celibacy, as some say. On the other hand, if a man is comfortable in his decision for a single life in service to God, and it's entirely his own conviction, and not imposed on him by others, he ought to stick with it. Marriage is spiritually and morally right and not inferior to singleness in any way. Although, as I indicated earlier, because of the times we live in, I do have pastoral reasons for encouraging singleness. A wife must stay with her husband as long as he lives. If he dies, she is free to marry anyone she chooses. She will, of course, want to marry a believer and have the blessing of the Master. By now, you know that I think she'll be better off staying single. The Master, in my opinion, thinks so too. And here ends our readings for the day.